This video demonstrates the installation of SolarSnap. Follow each step carefully to ensure proper placement and long-term performance.
Before you begin, gather the needed materials. This may include SolarSnap in the proper width, as well as staple-up radiant barrier for odd spaces, installation roller tools, rigid tape measure, cutting tool, a swing hammer staple gun, bridge boards, work light, and proper safety equipment. Measuring. Measure the length of cavity between trusses from roof peak to just above the point at which roof meets the soffit. Write down the number of spaces with each corresponding length for that section of attic.
Cutting the materials.
Measure and cut the number and lengths needed. Always cut SolarSnap just beyond the nearest batten. Having the material dead end at a batten will help eliminate the need to staple that end of the material. On low-pitch roofs, the area at the eaves is often too low to effectively work. By having the material end at a batten, it will push and snap into place without the need of staples. On high-pitched roofs, the dead-end batten should end at the peak of the roof to prevent the need of a ladder to staple the material's tag end. Any excess material is best dealt with at the area of the roof the installer can reach without being excessively cramped or requiring a ladder. Any overage may be trimmed, stapled onto opposing rafters, or folded over and stapled in place. Preparing to install. Roll each set of cut sheets to make them manageable. The dead-end batten should be rolled on the inside. Carry the set of rolled sheets to the attic. Remove one sheet at a time and unroll with the batten side facing the floor of the attic. First panel installation. Position one end of the sheet near the roof line. For high-pitched roofs, you can estimate the position by remembering the battens are every 2 feet. Then, snap the nearest batten in place, parallel to the ridge line. Pull the next batten level and snap into place. Level correction. If the first batten was not installed level, simply snap it out and straighten the material and reinsert. Using a hammer stapler, attach the top edge, tag end, to the inside of the trusses. Obstructions. Look for obstructions in the truss cavity, such as cross supports, wiring attachment points, or HVAC hangers. These may require material to be tucked behind these obstructions prior to the final install. Rolling it in. Using the installation roller tool, push the SolarSnap into the cavity between the 2 trusses, all the way down to the soffit, or up to the peak. Run the tool a second time, or as needed, until a material is secured. Repeat with another sheet of material in the next cavity. It is likely that each consecutive installation will line up with the first, meaning the battens will be at the same level.
Odd spacing. In the event that the trusses do not have standard spacing, use staple-up radiant barrier and run it horizontally across the front of the trusses. Staple is needed. If doing an entire attic of odd-spaced trusses, try using 48-inch material.
Gable or hip roof. Use the staple-up radiant barrier that does not have the spring steel battens for gable and hip roof attic spaces. Gables are important, especially for winter energy savings. Using the hammer stapler, start stapling the radiant barrier to the face of the 2x4s. Start at the bottom of the gable or the outside of the hip roof. Staple the radiant barrier until the taper point is reached. Cut or fold the radiant barrier to match the taper point. Repeat until complete.
Tips and things to consider. Start first thing in the morning if possible, especially during hot weather. Cut material before bringing it into the attic. This not only makes installation easier, but also reduces the amount of time spent in the attic. Taking time to pre-cut pieces ahead of time can save significant time on site and speed up the installation process. Begin with the areas of the roof that receive the most sun exposure. This provides an immediate benefit and helps make the remainder of the attic work more comfortable. Do not obstruct existing ventilation features. Maintain proper airflow by using a utility knife to cut the material around vents as needed. Work as a team for a faster installation. One person can snap in the first 2 or 3 battens, while a second person follows behind, rolling the material into place. Solar Snap delivers the benefits of a traditional radiant barrier with a faster, more installer-friendly approach. The snap-in mounting system greatly reduces the need for staples, saves installation time, and creates a clean, professional result. Thank you for choosing Solar Snap.